In the courts, the prosecution has the so-called burden of proof, because what we're doing in the courts is we're trying to establish what is the best course of action for society. And obviously, if we do not have the substantial evidence, the proof that the defendant is guilty, putting that person away simply because it seems more likely that they did what they did rather than not, is not the best course of action for society, because it becomes too easy for the ordinary citizen, or an innocent citizen rather, to be, unjustly, punished. The prosecution has the burden of proof, as you said, Javier, to protect the citizen, because the everyday citizen, it means that the everyday citizen doesn't live in fear of being, prosecuted for something that they didn't do, because if they are accused of doing something, it has to be proven beyond reasonable doubt that they did so in order for them to be prosecuted. And so somebody who is innocent can be, reasonably comfortable in, in assuming that that won't happen if they are in fact innocent. It shouldn't be possible to prove beyond reasonable doubt that they are guilty if they are in fact innocent. In philosophical discourse, however, we're not trying to establish what we should do about something. We're trying to establish what is actually true. And because of that, there is no sort of burden of proof on one side, because there is no sort of action which we're trying to promote by the truth of something. So in philosophical discussion, I really see the burden of proof as more like a narrow view of the statement that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And so if we're going to do something similar to claiming that the other side has the burden of proof, it's about demonstrating that the other person's claim is very extraordinary. And so accepting that your opponent's claim as true should require you to accept extraordinary evidence for that claim. However, I haven't been in many really philosophical debates online or otherwise, really, and I haven't really come across burden of proof, so I can't really say when I have accepted burden of proof or laid out burden of proof on others. And if I did, it would be more like saying that the other person's claim requires extraordinary evidence rather than the other side has the burden of proof. Sorry, I didn't really have much to say on this question. I'll see you guys next week.